General, were you as surprised as the nation when you learned that you would be made the PNP chief?
Yes, of course. I was discharging and performing my duties in Pagadian as in my capacity as the area police commander for Western Mindanao. So I received a call about late mid-afternoon, and then I fly back to Manila.
Have you spoken to your predecessor?
I haven't spoken to my predecessor. There was a turnover this morning, and supposed to be nandun. So wala po.
Well, it was a rather humiliating departure of General Torre. But, sir, you're by the president naming you as PNP chief, you're backed up by. We understand that you were hurt. You had complaints, as disclosed by Senator Amy Marcos.
Well, I'm a part of the organization, particularly the PNP. Once I receive order, everybody, ay susunod. Wala naman akong ginawa. And then I followed the order when I was designated as APC in Western Mindanao. Yun lang po ang trabaho. We follow orders.
Opo. Nag-sign ng mga regional PNP chiefs ng support for General Torre when this Rigodon was done. But were there rumblings in the organization, and is this the reason why you are now PNP OIC? Tama po, no? Before you answer po the question, OIC, you're considered an OIC now since General Torre is a 4-star general. Is that correct?
Yes, a while ago, this morning, I signed an assumption that I'm assuming as the OIC of the Philippine National Police. And by virtue of the order, meron po tayong acting capacity po ngayon.
Opo. So, may mga rumblings po ba nung naganap yung Rigodon at nag-utos din ng NAPOLCOM na dapat ay i-reinstate yung mga posisyon na binago ni General Torre?
Well, I have to look again at the procedure, and then if there is a resolution, I have to look kasi mag-opisina pa ako bukas, and then I will look about its implementation.
Okay. General Nartates, kailan po kayo tinawagan sa Pagadian para pumunta dito sa Manila?
Yes, exactly mga 2:30 p.m. yesterday.
Yesterday lang po. And did they tell you why? Or nagulat ka na lang pagdating mo dito at sinabihan ka?
I was told to report to our SILG, Secretary Remulla, and so tumakbo po ako.
Okay.
So,
but during that time, wala pang sinasabi. So, nagulat lang ako when I arrived here in Manila.
Balikan ko lang yung sagot mo kanina kay Ces, no? She did ask you how you felt nung nilipat kayo doon sa Pagadian. Siyempre, tao lang po tayo, no? I understand that, of course, you have orders and you will obey them as a police officer. Pero as a person po, were you shocked or did you feel that was in any way unfair?
Well, siyempre, member ako ng isang organization. Order is order. We need to follow order. Personally, nasa-shock din tayo or nagulat din tayo. So he is the chief of the PNP. Susundin po natin.
did you ever bring up your gripes or concerns to General Torre at that time?
He gave the order, and then I acceded to that order.
Did he tell you or give you any reason at all for why na-reshuffle po kayo? Not just you, but also the other officers.
Talking about that position or placement, that is Area Police Command for Western Mindanao with the rank of Lieutenant General. And then, of course, there is a pressing concern, especially so that number one, of course, is yung ating parliamentary election in Bangsamoro region of Mindanao. So I will be in charge to look at the operations, especially the security aspects in the election. So yun po ang instructor.
Would you consider po your main task now to unify the organization kung merong mga nagalit sa ikot-ikot po ng mga posisyon?
Well, ang pag-ikot-ikot ng position placement, of course, is normal po yan. May nagre-retire, may kailangan umakyat, and then kailangan lateral movement. Normal po sa organization, lalong-lalo na sa Philippine National Police. So,
Pero
wala dapat maging masyak dyan. And the organization should work. And we must discharge our zone duty. Kung ano yung mission function mo doon, ay gawin po natin.
Pero wala pong turf war sa loob ng PNP at the moment that you're aware of, General?
Sa nakikita ko, wala naman turf war. As long as may order, nandiyan na ang order, and you have assumed, everybody will abide to that.
Did General Torre steal the limelight from, the President, the SILG? Was that one of the mistakes that he made?
With regards to that, personal po yan. Well, of course, hindi ko po alam kung ano yung what is in the mind of our former CPN.
Sources are telling us, General, na nag-e-empake na si General Torre so that you may move into the White House inside Krame, which is the residence of the Chief PNP. Would you confirm this? And may we ask you when you are moving in?
Well, I'm still in my quarters dito sa Camp Crame. Meron naman quarters po mga estarang dito. And if he is moving out, then tignan po natin. Kasi wala pa akong information about that.
Okay. Yung isa pang ugong-ugong ngayon, no, especially online, General, is that medyo kasi dapat kayo po yung huling PMA-er na magiging PNP chief po, class of 1992. Kasi after your class, puro PNPA na. Did that have anything to do, you think, kahit na one small factor lang siya dun sa naging desisyon po ng presidente?
Well, yung pag-appoint ng isang PNP chief, of course, lies on the authority of our president. So, nasa kanya po yan. He has a lot of intelligence, he has a lot of information to make the decision. So, nandiyon. And we just follow order. Lahat po ng PNP members ay ganyan po, especially the Philippine National Police and in any other armed units like the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Susunod po kami because he is our commander-in-chief.
So it should also apply to General Torre, no matter how humiliating this was. As an officer, he should just take his order from the commander-in-chief.
Tama po yan.
Okay. And yung turnover, nabanggit ninyo dapat kanina, if I heard you correctly, pero wala po doon si General Torre. Do you have plans na kung kailan tong turnover magyayari? I listened to your speech. You also plan to carry over some of his programs, yung mga nasimulan po ni General Torre. And will this turnover be with General Torre or perhaps other members of his staff? Bale, magkikita po ba kayo? Sa madaling salita.
Well, I have already assumed post and I will discharge my functions and accomplish our mission to the best of my ability. Yun pong gagawin ko. So, alam niyo po, yung PNP, we are trying to make it more professionalized, lalong-lalo na this is about 30 years plus years old organization or bureau under the DILG. Gagawin po nating professional nito at dire-diretso na po like our predecessors, katulad ni General Torre. Maganda po yung mga programa and we will tuloy-tuloy po yan. Actually, in place po ang ating mga police operational procedure, our policy. Nandyan po lang lahat. What we're going to do is just revisit. We will improve and implement it, and of course in coordination with our community. Whether it is a function of in administrative matters or operational. Nandyan po lahat. Iniiwan po ng ating mga magagaling, ng mga hepe ng Philippine National Police yan, mga dati na po naging hepe. At nandyan po tuloy-tuloy. Minsan binabago lang ang pangalan, pero in substance or gist of this operation or policy or circular ay pare-parehas lang po.
General, I know you're just a few hours into your position, pero ano po bang update dito sa missing Sabongeros? Ang tagal na pong walang balita tungkol sa kasong yon, which is under the CIDG, no?
Yes. That's one of the pressing task that the PNP will be doing, and we have a unit for that. And I will inquire about what the update on that. Especially so that a case has been filed with the Department of Justice, and it will be a continuing investigation in coordination with the other law enforcement unit, especially the Department of Justice. We will be, of course, behind them to support in the continuing investigation and prosecution.
All right. Also, in the last couple of months, we've seen a more activist NAPOLCOM. It was the NAPOLCOM that called the attention of General Torre with respect to the reshuffle of PNP officers, and also it's investigating some of those police officers involved in the missing Sabongeros case. This, you welcome this more activist stance that the NAPOLCOM is taking compared to previous NAPOLCOM administrations?
Yes, of course, we'll always abide in support with the NAPOLCOM's action. That is basically the mandate of the NAPOLCOM. They oversee the Philippine National Police operational supervision and administrative control. So sila po ang watchdog ng PNP, especially in the repository of policy circulars. Yan po ang nakalagay sa batas. The Philippine National Police was created by virtue of 1675. Klaro naman po. Klaro ang mandato ng NAPOLCOM. That is including the administrative cases.
Kahit na sumalungat,
na-commit ng PNP personnel.
kahit na salungat sa inyong mga utos.
They oversee the Philippine National Police. Okay, as a matter of fact, the Chief PNP is a sitting member in ex officio capacity ng NAPOLCOM.
Okay. So, well, marami kang early fans ngayon. No? Isa na nga doon, General Nartates. I see Senadora Amy Marcos.
I was about to say, it's the one thing that she welcomes sa ginawa ng kapatid niya. Laging nagkikriticize yun. Go ahead, Sean.
So, close raw po ba kayo talaga kaya Senator Amy Marcos? She mentioned ikaw po yung PD niya dati, I guess, when she was governor?
Yes, during the election period, way back in 2016, particularly January 10 of 2016, I was designated as officer in charge of the Ilocos Norte PPO. Election period po yun, and I was designated. Sunod lang po ako. At tumakbo ako as designated by the Chief PNP. And then after a while, tinanggap niya naman po ako after the election, especially the result of the election. It was a bloodless election in 2016 in Ilocos Norte, and I spent there for 27 months and 10 days until I was replaced.
You didn't serve Ilocos during the president's term. Masyadong bata pa kayo. As governor or as congressman.
The governor then was now Senator Amy Marcos.
Okay. So let's go to the BARM elections, General, because you said that that was the task given you, and that is also a very important election that's coming up. Ngayon, who will you give this task to?
Well, right now I have a deputy, Major General Baiting, and since my absence, napunta lang po ako dito sa Metro Manila, dito sa Kamkrami po. I gave orders that I will hold as officer in charge of that unit. Ang gagawin niya lang naman po is to supervise and direct operations to ensure that Western Mindanao is safe. And more particularly, ito pong parliamentary election dun sa BARM. Area Police Command Western Mindanao has jurisdiction over 3 regions. Region 9, Region 12, and BARM. So, nandun po may kanya-kanya pong RDON, and he supervises and oversees with the different police forces and other law enforcement units yan. Kailangan po magkakasama po sila, including the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Kasi marami pong tropa doon, especially in other operations to deny and or matalo po natin maalis po natin yung mga threat groups doon. Like for example, the Communist Terrorist Group, the Local Terrorist Group, including the criminal gangs, as well as the presence of potential PAGs and private armed groups. And of course, aganawa or tignan po natin ng mga peace-inclined armed group doon.
May worry
Yun po
po
ang
ba?
trabaho ng
Sana maging peaceful.
May worry po ba about the MILF General Nartates? Because recently, no, naglabas sila ng statement saying na hindi muna sila, magpo-pause muna sila sa pagbaba ng kanilang mga armas. Do you think this will impact the upcoming BARM elections in any way?
Well, continuously the OPAPRO, the Office Presidential for Assistant for Peace and Reconciliation and Unity, sila po ang may OPR po dyan at ginagawa po yan continuously, nag-negotiate and or they are talking together with of course yung law enforcement and the Armed Forces of the Philippines na kasapi, including the local government units.
General, isang pahabol pang question. There is an awkward situation where you are the PNP OIC, you're the chief, but there is one person who has a higher rank than you. Paano po yun?
Okay. Parang hindi ko narinig, pakiulit.
Parang may awkward situation po wherein you are the chief PNP, but there is another officer who has a higher rank than you.
There are two, the rank and the position. So magkaiba po yun. If you're designated in that position, whether you're not still holding the rank, it's okay for as long as you can discharge your function. In this case, I was designated as the Chief Philippine National Police. No problem po yun.
As chief, anong gagawin nyo kay General Torre?
Well, he's been relieved as the chief, and then ako po yung chief, and then meron naman pong process yan. May be assigned to PIHAW and or dito po sa Office of the Chief PNP. Assignment lang po where he is being accounted.
So he'll be floating, on floating status.
Ganun na po yun.
I'm assuming, no, but I could be wrong, General, na hindi niyo pa po nakakausap yung presidente, but you have obviously spoken to SILG John Vic Remulla. Ano po yung marching orders na nabigay sa inyo? Meron na ba or wala pa?
Well, the marching order, of course, is to ensure peace and order, public safety sa community in coordination with the community. Kasi kung wala pong coordination, how can they see kung anong ginagawa ng PNP. It should be felt. It is not enough that you're seen in the street. It is not enough that you're responding, they should appreciate it. Peace and order is shared responsibility of the community and the police, hindi lang police. We are doomed to fail kapag hindi po nakikita or na-appreciate or not in participation ng ating community. So doon lang po naglalaro. Ang ating mission is to enforce the law, prevent and control crime, maintain peace and order, ensure public safety and internal security with the active support of the community. Dati, hindi nila na-appreciate yung with the active support of the community. Importante po yun. It is not enough that we are discharging yung sinabi kong unang mga functions. Yung panghuli, magiging proactive po tayo. We will go to the community at makipagpulong-pulong tayo. Ano ba? Kasi iba-ibang lugar, iba-ibang pwesto ay iba-iba po. Like for example, in Visayas, may type po ng operation doon. May isang LGU, Chief Executive or Governor, Mayor, merong or Governor, may iba-iba po silang kung paano to maintain the peace and order.
In line with
Yun
that,
lang po.
okay, and in line with that, General, and to circle back to Ces's point earlier about a more, kumbaga mas maingay at mas involved at mas active na NAPOLCOM na naririnig ng tao, have you planned or scheduled a meeting with NAPOLCOM na, and where do you plan to take this new direction, so it would seem that the NAPOLCOM is taking?
Yes, I will. It is one of my functions to familiarize myself with the NAPOLCOM, especially so that we subordinate with their policies, with yung policy na yun, di pa rin naman ang galing and they are affirming it. And they oversee the PNP, and especially so that the Chief PNP is a sitting member of the NAPOLCOM as ex officio. And regularly, periodically, meron pong meeting ang nangyayari po dyan, deliberating policies as well as decisions.
And it's good to have a stronger supervisory oversight by the NAPOLCOM as compared to previous NAPOLCOM organizations or heads.
Tama po yan. This is not only the PNP that, or the Chief PNP and the PNP is doing their thing to improve the PNP. It's the community, and about that, of course, community, civilian authority, is of course, nandyan po ang NAPOLCOM. Kaya nagpapasalamat kami with that law 6975. Nandyan ang NAPOLCOM kasi sila po ang nag-administer sa amin.
So ano ho ang babaguhin nyo dun sa mga sinimula ni General Torre in his short stint of 85 days?
I have to look, pero great job po yung ginawa ng iniwang legacy ng ating outgoing Chief Torre, especially in the police response. Police response is part of the enhanced managing police operation. It's only part. It is the output of the managing police operation.
And for you,
So kung i-discuss po natin yan, parang isang semester po yan.
for you na lang, General, no? I know it's early yet and it's only been a few hours, pero what legacy would you like to leave with the PNP?
Of course, we should have a continuing change. Ang pagbabago ay lagi pong nandyan. May mga palisiya po na luma na at i-redraft po natin, tignan po natin. Ang importante po is may focus po tayo, especially so that I will lay down talking to my commanders, and I will lay down the policy and focus. And I have set my focus especially during this morning's assumption. Naglalaro po yun sa the management of our resources, whether personnel, material, logistics, finances, and then of course we review our operational procedures, our policies with regards to security plan on vital resources, security plan on risk management, security plan for activities and events. We need to look at the moral and welfare of our personnel. We need to have a strong organization of looking at the yung nakakasira po sa aming imahe, especially the rug cups. Okay, so we will increase our integrity monitoring. And of course, our managing police operations. So managing police operations, of course, is we deny the occurrence of the focus crime, especially yung focus crimes natin, prevalent crime. And if kung may mangyari, we need to ensure that these personalities who are involved in these focus crimes or prevalent crimes are identified and arrested, and they should face the consequences. Yun lang po maglalaro doon at napakarami na. And
Napakarami na nga po talaga.
We should have a mastery of our community. Okay? At with that EMPO, we will focus on our campaign on illegal drugs, loose firearms, and fight against terrorism. Alam nyo, yung drugs, and kaya ako sinasabing mag-focus doon, the drugs and firearms, ito yung denominator ng pag-commit ng ating focus crimes, especially theft and robbery and death cases. And with that, pagsamasamahin mo po lahat yan, we need to participate with the to ensure the support of our community. Without the support, useless po yung ginagawa po natin. Kaya dapat po ipapakita namin, and we will go to our community, talk with our stakeholders.
All right, a community-centric approach. We thank you for talking to us, PNP Officer in Charge, Lieutenant General Jose Melencio Nartates Jr.